Jubilee Year of Mercy invites us to contemplate actively the words of Jesus. Be merciful as your Heavenly Father is merciful. We, the missionary sisters of the Queen of the Apostles, are immensely delighted to tell the tale of the acts of mercy in our times. Charity is a supreme virtue and the great channel through which the mercy of God is passed on to mankind. It is the virtue that invites people and inspires their noblest efforts. We bring to you the story of one person's dream, one person's choice, which has affected the course of history and the tide of destiny for many lives for the past 10 years. Wealth is not new, neither is charity. But the idea of using private wealth imaginatively, constructively, and systematically to attack the fundamental problems of mankind is new, says John Gardner. We present to you the album of the genuine concern shown by one individual human being who could make a difference in the lives of hundreds of persons who suffer intensively. It is none other than Mr. Leslie Fernandes, the donor of Cynthia Fernandes Palliative Care Center, Kalyanpur, in memory of his late wife Cynthia Fernandes.
It was through the dynamic leadership of Sister Maria Goretti Yesare during her tenure as Provincial of Mangalore Province, the inception of the noble cause of caring for the terminally ill cancer patients paved its way. The most beautiful people we have known are those who have known defeat, known suffering, known struggle, known loss, and have found their way out of the depths. These persons have an appreciation, sensitivity, and an understanding of life that fills them with compassion, gentleness, and a deep loving concern. Beautiful people do not just happen, says Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. So does Leslie, a shipping magnate and the owner as well as chairman of Dockendale Shipping Company Limited, incorporated in Bahamas, was restless in looking for a suitable place to make his dream a reality, just to create a home, a caring home to those who otherwise would not have been fortunate to have one on their own accord. It was on the birthday of Cynthia, the beloved wife of Leslie, on 5th January 2006, the Annals of Goretti Hospital, Kalyanpur inscribed the opening of the Cynthia Palliative Care Center. Since then, Mr. Leslie Fernandes, a philanthropist, was never ceased in his commitment to freely care for the poor, neglected, unfortunate suffering humans through this center. Mr. Leslie Fernandes has been instrumental in providing employment to over 1,150 people from India. One who received Rachana Yanara Entrepreneur of the Year on January 10, 2010. He is into philanthropy through donations towards boardings, orphanages, nurses' hostel, school for visually impaired, hospitals and so on, namely in Mangalore, Honavar, Bangalore, Andhra Pradesh and Varanasi. For Cynthia Palliative Care Center,
since 2005, and I have been working with him since 2011. The unique and beautiful project of serving humanity in the face of intense suffering took shape in his heart because he felt the pinch of its pain in his own life and in the suffering and loss of Cynthia, his wife. Life teaches lessons to everyone, but there are very few people who really listen to life and emerge as real noble human beings. As per my experience, Leslie is a man of discipline and hard work. He is straightforward, firm, systematic, values accuracy and transparency. In the initial stages, I was nervous to communicate to him, knowing the expectations and perfection he would demand from us. Soon, I realized he is deeply spiritual, compassionate and merciful in his core, gentle and loving, a magnanimous person and a great human being. As a congregation, we are privileged of being associated with Leslie, who genuinely expresses respect, concern and care for the sisters, particularly valuing our service and sacrifice. So we want to say thanks a million, dear Leslie, for what you are to us. A decade of our association with you, a valuable gift from the Lord, an inspiration on our pursuit of holiness. We cherish and treasure your gift to our province. Thank you.
I thank God for the opportunity given to me to work in this palliative care center, for the good health given to me to look after the terminally ill patients. Though the work is hard, I have the joy of serving the suffering person. I thank my authorities, especially Sister Maria Goretti, for trusting me to work in this center. I also thank Mr. Leslie Fernandes for his love and appreciation, just like a father. When we send mail regarding our needs, he will immediately reply and is very much concerned. He felt that he always stood by us whenever we approached him. As we are celebrating 10 years of completion of service in this palliative care center and my 6 years of service, I experienced the joy of listening to them, praying with them and accompanying them in their pain and suffering on their final journey in their life. It gives me a lot of satisfaction and contentment in my mission. We are grateful to Mr. Leslie Fernandes and wish him good health, peace, joy and happiness. May the Lord protect him day after day.
Patients for the last 10 years. About 500 patients have benefited from this center. They have found a home here where they could spend their last days peacefully, almost pain-free, with someone to care for them. I thank Mr. Leslie Fernandes for his thoughtfulness and generosity in founding such an institution in memory of his late beloved Mrs. Cynthia Fernandes. People from different parts of Karnataka have benefited from this center. Patients as well as their relatives have found relief here. Once their dear ones are discharged from an oncology department with tracheostomy, nasogastric tube, or big wounds that needs dressing every day, people do not know how to care for them, and here they have found a home. Our staff are doing a praiseworthy job, though very difficult, with a smiling face. My appreciation to all our staff who are rendering their services in this center. Once again, I thank Mr. Leslie Fernandes for this institution and for the continuous support he gives to run this institution. Thank you.
हांव लूक डिसोजा माउंट रोजरी पिरगजेसो ह्याच परिसरांत सुमार 50 वर्सां हांव जिवन आसा. म्हजी मावशी बेनेडिक्टा डिसोजा 1998 अचानक ती सीक जाली आनी ह्या वेळार तिका टेस्ट आमी करतना तिका कॅन्सराची पिडा आसा म्हणून समजून आयलें आनी आमकां भोव दूख भोगलें. खंय तिका व्हरून आमी तिका ट्रिटमेंट करचें म्हणून आमकां कळोना आनी ह्या वेळार हांगासर आमकां सिंथिया फेर्नांडीस पॅलिएटिव्ह केअर सेंटर म्हणलें एक आस्पत्र हांगा गोराटीच्या लागींच आसा म्हणून आमकां हांगासर कळोन आयलें आनी हांगा कॅन्सराक बऱ्या रितीन एक ट्रिटमेंट दितात म्हणून हांगासर आमकां कळ्ळें. तशें तिका आमी दुसऱ्या आस्पत्रेंत वखद करून जाल्या उपरांत तिका हांगासर आमी हाडून एडमीट केलें आनी हांगासर असलें एक वातावरण हें पळयतना आमकां भोव संपलें आनी भोव बऱ्या रितीचें हांगासर केअर तांणी सिस्टरांनी हांगासर घेतलें तिका आनी बऱ्या रितीन तिका हांगासर ट्रिटमेंट दिला डॉक्टरांनी हांगासर असल्या नर्सांनी आनी ह्या वेळार आमकां खंडीत जावन व्हरतो एक संतोश भोगलो, जदोसकाय भोगली आमच्या एका मनशाक, मोगाच्या मनशाक बऱ्या रितीन तिच्या सिकनेसा वेळार तिका हांगासर ट्रिटमेंट मेळ्ळा, बऱ्या रितीन सेवा मेळ्ळा म्हणून सांगूंक म्हाका भोव संतोश भोगता. ह्या वेळार हांव हांगासर आयिल्ल्या वेळार हांवें समजल्या प्रकार हांगासर कसलीच जात ह्या काळांत पळयनासतना हर एकल्याकी हांगासर बऱ्या रितीन एकच तराचें सेवा हांगासर मेळटा म्हणून सांगूंक म्हाका भोव व्हड संतोश म्हाका भोगता. ह्या सिस्टरांक तशेंच ह्या संस्थेच्या ओनराक लेस्ली फेर्नांडीस तांकांय आमी भोव वर्त्या रितीन देव बरें करूं म्हणटा आनी मुखल्या तांच्या सकड कार्याक आमी तांकां बरें मागता.
ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ನನಗೆ ಭಾಳ ಒಂದು ಸಂತೋಷವಾಯಿತು. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಮಣಿಪಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ರೀತಿಯ ಒಂದು ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಸಿಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಈವನ್ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದರೂ ಸಹ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಹ ಕಷ್ಟ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಾಗ ನನಗೆ ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಹೇಳಿದರು. ಬಂದು ನಾನು ಎಣಿಸಿದೆ ಇದು ಫ್ರೀ ಇರುವಾಗ ಏನು ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ಗಳಿಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ ಎಣಿಸಿದೆ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ನಾಗೆ. ಆದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡುವಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ಡೆಡಿಕೇಟೆಡ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ಐ ಗಾಟ್. ನನಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ. ನನ್ನ ತಂಗಿಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ರೂಮ್ಸು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿ ಈ ಲಾನ್ಸ್, ಸ್ಪೇಸಿಯಸ್ ರೂಮ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ವೆಂಟಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಮತ್ತು ಟಾಯ್ಲೆಟ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಡ್ ರೂಮ್ಸ್. ಇದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ ಇವರಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಕಷ್ಟ. ಯಾಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇವರು ಡೊನೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದವರು ಅವರು ಭಾಳ ಒಂದು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಕಮೆಂಡೇಬಲ್. ಅವರಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಮತ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿಯ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟಾಫ್ ಸಹ ವೆರಿ ಕೋಆಪರೇಟಿವ್, ವೆರಿ ಡೆಡಿಕೇಟೆಡ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್, ಡೆಡಿಕೇಟೆಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸಹ. ಅದರಿಂದ ನಾನು ಮತ್ತೇನು ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು, ಅವರಿಗೆ ದೇವರು ಒಳ್ಳೇದು ಮಾಡಲಿ. ಅವರ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿಯವರಿಗೆ ಪರಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಉತ್ತಮ ಅವರ ಆತ್ಮಕ್ಕೆ ಚಿರಶಾಂತಿಯನ್ನು ನೀಡಲಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಂದು ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ.
In the words of